Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want to bring you week 6 of our A to Z times 2 series, and we are now in the month of February, and our first one for it is going to be fabrics. So let's see what we're going to do with fabric today. In terms of using fabric, but I did add a little bit more than fabric to it. I used some tulle, I think that's it, as well, and I wanted to actually include that in it because it is some type of fabric. So let's get started. Well, I hope you all had a lovely week, and it is almost the end of the week here for me. It's Sunday afternoon, and I'm recording this video for the week. So let's see what we did here. Try to prepare as much as possible. Now this is quite simple, and it was inspired by I think Paper and Me. There's some creations that were inspired by some people on Instagram. I'm not sure whether this was Paper and Me or Pretty Paper Crafts, but I think it was Paper and Me. But I will put the links to both the ladies that inspired these creations, their Instagram links. So that is pretty simple. All it is it's a kind of a dangle. Okay, and we have a 3D embossed circle here, and that is a 2-inch circle that I punched out, and then I stamped on fabric using archival ink. I looked at using StazOn, but I don't know, on this one I felt like I got a better image, which is not even the best, with the archival ink. So I used the archival ink, and then I've got I think it's a bulb pin with some seed beads on it. It's got a eyelet, and it's got some tulle, but this tulle is very soft. Yeah, so that's the first creation that we are going to make, and I think it's going to go pretty quickly. So what did I want to show you here? Okay, so these my best wishes. I wanted this oval shaped stamp, so the only one that I had that was oval shaped was best wishes. So it doesn't really go much, but hey, it's just for demo purposes, right? So all I'm doing is I'm cutting around it, and I'm leaving a little bit of an edge. You don't have to leave that edge. The reason why I'm leaving that edge is when it frays, I think it's gonna look pretty cool eventually. Well, I'm not going to fray it though. That, and then all you're going to do over here is you're gonna take your, oopsie, sorry about that, your crocodile, and I think I used a 3/16 of an inch, and I put the tag like that with the embossed circle. I pushed it through the crocodile. You're not going to get a very clean image, just be aware of that. See, not a very clean image, but it's good enough, I think. Yes, so that's that. And look, quite simple. Now Now where's my yes, it is still lying in here. So there's the seed beads on the pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to thread this through, and you can use it as a dangle. Okay, dangle for your junk journal. And it's so quick, okay? Look at how quick this is, and you can do multiple different patterns with it. So this method just shows us stamping on material, but it's nothing new. It's nothing new. And all we're going to do is we're going to pin this through here. Oh, man. And there it is. Not the best of bows, but it will do. There you go. Simple, simple dangle. Just using a bit of flowers in it, and sorry, not flowers, fabric in it, and you've got yourself a dangle. There's one here and one here. Okay, so that's project number 1. Now, wasn't that quick? So let's see project number 2. Gosh, I have no idea when this journal is going to get finished. So project number 2 is a tuck spot here, and what I used over here is, once again, I stamped on the some material. It was an old duvet cover, okay, and I managed to stamp that material on it. I managed to get that at a thrift store, and then I just tear it apart when I need it. So that's stamping, and this was also from a thrift store, but literally I've got maybe a piece that big. Yeah, also from a thrift store. And here you will see there's writing coming through. I used some, it wasn't book pages, but it was thick. It was a thick knitting guide, and it had so I left the writing coming through there. I thought it looked nice. So that's also some fabric, and there's some fabric over here as well. And then I changed it around, or I rotated, that's not the word, but yeah, interchanged with some embossed cardboard, okay, and some printed paper. And then I took it to my sewing machine and I sewed it. You don't really have to sew. If you don't have a sewing machine, you don't really have to sew, okay? But and you can see I'm not the neatest of sewers as well, but I just thought, since we're working with fabric, let's just go ahead and sew it. And then I just tucked one of the journal cards from my kit into it. So let's get started with that one there. So you can see it's a knitting, it's for knitting, yeah. So I'm going to use this side, and I covered this side, so I'm not going to let the writing show on this one here. And I used tea-dye paper to cover it, and yeah, that's it there. So there's some of the parts that I cut for the material. Just gonna get some paper out here. Okay, so I got some paper, and I wish I could tell you who these papers are from, but I've got literally over 100 or more digital kits, and I must have printed this a long time ago. But I think this is from Janie B Journals, this one here, and I think it's the Fresh Flowers kit or something like that, but the rest I have no idea. So those are some of the papers that I'm going to be using. I'm using muted colors because my journal is in muted colors. You can use whatever you want to, and you can definitely use your scraps. The reason why you will see almost full pages here is because I don't have a lot of scraps when it comes to flowers, so I had to pull out some of my printed stuff. Right, so there you go. This is embossed, and so is this. Let's see which one is going to be wide enough. And this is another bit of embossing here, but that's 3D embossed and this is not. Yeah, so this is my card. Let's see, I kind of like the 3D one, so this is not wide enough. This could be wide enough. Yes. All right, so let's see. Now the trick of this here is to make sure that when you are doing this, that when you're gluing it down, when you are gluing the layer down, right, the trick is that you do not glue it down fully at the bottom of the edge, bottom edge. Don't glue it down fully. And the reason why you're not going to be gluing it down fully, and you'll notice that I haven't distressed the edges, going for a little bit of a cleaner look on this one. So, and the reason why you don't glue it down fully is for this reason here. Now that's not going to work, so let's try something else. What do we have here? Oh, we have hello. Hello, yes, we have hello there. Right, so these edges are, although they are frayed, they are not, they are straight, still straight edges. So what I do is I take it and I put it underneath the paper like that. That's why you wouldn't glue the edges down fully. And I am using fabric glue. I'm interchanging between fabric glue and my normal glue that I use. So I'm just lining it up here how I want it to be. And you know what, I think this is too wide, so let's cut it down a bit. And let's cut it down on this side as well. Sorry, my nose itches all the time. So these hello there, and leave the edges, just leave the edges as they are, because you're going to go in later and then you are going to cut them, and then now you can do that even here as well, because now we're going to have some paper on that, and we don't need to glue that down. So let's take some paper here. Okay, why am I tearing again? Because I got white edges, and I'm trying to avoid the white edges because I'm not gluing it down. I mean, sorry, I'm not distressing it. Okay, so let's see how that looks over there. No, that must be glued down. Something, you are losing the plot. So the material ones can be glued down, and then this one can go on top like that, and then you won't completely glue that down. Oh, so you'll have those random edges. So I hope you are having a great weekend and that the weather is good. It was Friday night here and it stormed like you wouldn't believe. It was ridiculous, so much so that the area I live in got flooded. And well, I didn't manage, I mean, thankfully we didn't get affected, but then you see all these photos on Facebook of places that you drive past, and you wonder to yourself, my word, what happened? I mean, I'll be honest with you when I say the rain was so bad that I have never experienced that bad of a downpour before. I mean, yes, I experienced it, but not for the duration that it went on and on. It literally rained buckets, sheets, the entire night. And normally we will have that rain, and it will rain like absolutely crazy for a few minutes, and it will stop. But this rain it rained continuously, and I just felt sorry, because I know that when it does rain with that intensity around here in Centurion, even for a little while, that major damage happens. So I really felt sorry for people, because I knew what the rain was going to cause for those people over there, because we've got a river that runs through our area. Well, it's not near me, but it literally runs through our entire area, and I know that the houses around that area, depending on how bad it is, do get flooded. But when I saw the photos, I was just amazed. Okay, so that's that. I think that's cute. I like that. Just that little bit peeking out there of the fabric. It doesn't look like much now, right? Doesn't. But it's going to. Remember, you can use look at the mess I'm creating. My goodness. Remember, you can create as much. I mean, you can use bright colors. The lady I got, yes, I think I will also put who inspired me on this one, and I think it's Pretty Paper Crafts or something like that. I meant to take down the names before I started the video, and I completely forgot. So let's try another bit of yumminess. What was I saying? Yeah, so you can take as bright colors as you want, because I tell you, it looked beautiful. She had bright colors and it looked gorgeous. And I do have some bright colors, but I wanted to keep it a little bit more subdued. this here. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's add some of this first. Oopsie. Indecisive. Not really. I just thought I'd have a little bit more pink in it. Yeah. Yes. So I'm not going to glue down the bottom of that, because then my paper is going to go there. Not my paper, my material. My material is going to go here, like that. I think that's about all we might need. Yes. Let's pick this up here. That there. There we go. So let's get rid of all this so that we can see the finished product. And then I'm going to wait and do the others before I sew it in. Sew it in my machine so that the glue can dry while we are busy with the other ones. And I lost my cap for my glue, which is a common occurrence. So I actually keep an empty bottle of the same glue for that reason. So if I do lose my cap, then I was just so this is not a material scissors, okay? It is a pair of scissors, but it seems to be good enough to cut the material as well. So just in case anybody is concerned that I'm cutting paper with my material scissors, it's good. It's good. I actually have my material scissors. It's a completely different one, and I also have a little piece of material on it to remind me that's my material one. Just neatening it up here so that you can see what the final, or what the almost final product looks like, because you know, when you have all these things on it, you really don't get to see what the final product looks like. So that's that. If you're not going to be gluing it, if you're not going to be sewing it, then you can add your glue a little bit more securely, if I could say that. Right, so that needs to go to the sewing machine just now. I'm just going to have a drink of water. Okay, and then let's just add these in here for now, so we can bring our next project out. I'm wondering, I know that there are a few people that are following me and making the stuff, but I am not sure how many are doing it. So if you are watching this video and you are following me, or you are making some of the items, then just if you could put a comment below to let me know. The other thing is, I'll be with you. I just want to show you something quickly, and then I'll talk to you about something else. Do I have it in this book? I can't remember. No, do I? What am I even looking for? What am I even looking for? So it's getting there. It's not like it's not getting there. It's just taking its time to get there. Yes, this is what I was going to show you. So I've made a material ruffle here, but I specifically wanted to show it to those people that don't have a sewing machine, or let's say your sewing machine is packed away, or you just don't want to get to the sewing machine. So this is a material ruffle that is made without a sewing machine, and I wanted to show you how to do this. This is a little bit short over here because I was just playing around with how much I needed, and then you can always add to it. You can just make it longer, but I want to add some wildflower cutouts here, probably a butterfly with some eyelash trim and stuff like that. Yes, let's see how we can create it without a sewing machine. So this is some material. I go thrifting, so this must have been in one of the packs or something like that, and I pull it out, and that is why you'll only find little bits of these things with me. So what is this? This is two-sided tape, but I'm trying to let you know how thick it is, because I never thought about that. 2.5 centimeters. So that is 1 inch. Yeah, almost 1 inch. That's how thick it is. And all I'm doing is I am adding this. I mean, it's not new, hey? This is not new at all. What I'm doing over here, creating washi tape out of material. It's not new. It's been done before. So I'm just going to go a little bit more because I was short on that side. And just make sure the material is straight as you are putting the washi tape on. Good thing about this is you can always pull it out and get it straight. Yeah, I think we should be covered if we do that much. Let's burnish it. So this, I will admit, it is a bit sticky, forgive the pun, but it is worth it for those that may not have a sewing machine. Now when I cut it, now I'll bring out my scissor for fabric. When I cut it, I'm just leaving a little bit of a gap, and the reason why I'm leaving that gap is because then you can fray the edges. Yeah. Yes, so now this is what I wanted to tell you. So next week I will be doing the draw for my 100 subscriber giveaway, and I have a video which I will link with this video below. So if you are wanting to stand a chance to win one of the digital kits on my Etsy store, then and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider being a subscriber. You can look at the video, which, as I mentioned, I'll link down below, and it gives you all the rules for the giveaway, in terms of when the draw will be done, and what is the prize, and what are the rules in order to qualify for being put into the draw. Okay, and I will also put a link to my Etsy store below, so that you can go and see what is on my Etsy store and what you have a chance of, or stand a chance of winning. Now, it is a digital kit in my Etsy store, but the choice of which one is going to be yours. So once you, if you're the winner and I contact you, and then I will give you a promotional code to visit my Etsy store, and then choose a digital kit of your liking or your choice from there. Okay, so speaking to you ladies, look at what I did. I cut off more than I should have. Oh well. What do I say? Embrace it. So now let's see what we do here. We just start fraying it, and yeah. So now as you're fraying, you will find that it starts knotting, and all you do is you leave it and you just start fraying again. And the reason why it starts to knot is because those edges, those free edges, hit the, as they fray, they hit the oh gosh man, the two-sided tape. You think I'm like an English second language speaker the way I forget words. Right, so look, all that means that I couldn't fray it anymore. So I will clean it up just now, and then all you do is you do that. So in this video, I'm going to pause it at a certain place, and then I'm going to go and have to sew, okay, for just two of the items, and I won't be able to show you my sewing process simply because my sewing machine, I need to take out the lights in order to be able to put on my sewing machine. Okay, so I will explain the process, and the tips and the tricks that I found worked in the other projects there. Okay, and especially the one I'm going to do just now. Right, so because I think the other one is quite exciting, and once again it was inspiration by one of the ladies. There were two ladies that I had gotten my inspiration from. Don't do what I did. Did you see what I did? I cut it out. I'm trying to work fast. Probably will speed up this part here anyway. Depending on how long this video is going to be, I will do that. So what's different? And I'm sure it has been done before, so it's not new, but this is what it's. So there's your washi tape, material washi tape. But now what we're going to do is that we are going to, without a sewing machine, we are going to now release the bottom. when we can get to it. Right, so there's the other side of the washi tape, and you release it slowly, and all you do is you fold. Now you can fold however you want, and I mentioned it is a bit sticky because it is sticky. So you might not find value in this if you're someone that has a sewing machine, and I think you might find some value, hopefully, if you're someone that doesn't have a sewing machine. I think the main thing is to be able to get it to release from your finger and keeping it straight. Like, see, for example, that what happened there. So stick it onto your mat if you have a mat like this. Yeah, I'm going to do it on this side. I am going to do it on this side here. So let's see, ladies and gents. How successful we are in doing this. Ooh. If I was off camera, I was just trying to release it from my hand. So we are long on this one, really long and very crooked. And just want to take that, which I threw away, and then add it to it here. And you can keep that for something else. Right, so now you can see it's lying all weird, but don't worry, we have a plan. Take your fabric glue and make sure it's clean. Put a dot. Take out your pins, your paper clips, and paper clip them now. adjust this one here. Let's see. Do we need to? Yes, we need to. We'll need to adjust this one here because the fold is going to be sitting outside of the page, the fold itself. So let's try and bring that fold in a little bit more. Anthony, what are you doing? Damaging your page. Clearly. There you go, that's better. When the crafting supplies think they can control you, you've got to show them who's boss. You control them. They may have a little victory, like the page got torn, but you can't see it on the other side. So it may have a little victory, but the victory remains yours ultimately. That's that. So we can then put it into our journal. The journal that's taking forever to do. And you can, when it's dry, you can remove your paper clips and then you can pretty it up. So that's project number 3. And project number 4, I left this till last simply because we need to be able to sew this. Now unfortunately with this one I haven't yet figured out a way to cheat past the sewing. So because of the sequence in it, and I suppose you can use two-sided tape. I don't know what the results are going to be, but yeah, all it is the card. It's a tag which I added sequence to, okay, and then I used a piece of tulle which I then sewed around, and then I added an eyelet and some organza ribbon to it. So I made the card base already because there's nothing fancy about making a card base, right? Nothing fancy at all. Let's leave that in there for now. Right, so on this one now, there's my tulle, and I didn't cut out a piece of tulle on purpose because I wanted to show you what I do. I eyeball it. There's no science to it. I just eyeball it, but I cut it longer, or then on all sides longer than is necessary. Okay. And quite a bit, because this is finicky, right? This is really finicky. So that's that. Let me put that on one side. So can you see how much wider I cut it? So now, what is the trick of this? I'm going to try and explain it to you, and I hope that I make sense when I do explain it to you. So you take your paper clips, and then this is what you do. When you're putting your paper clips in, you put it in like that. Okay, put it all around like that. And this is just to hold the tulle in place. Like that. In like that, and make sure it is as lays as flat as possible. Okay, and then the other one here. Now, if you turn it over, can you see that it looks like that? Now the trick is when you go to your sewing machine to sew this, what you do is you release the one paper clip with as much vigor as I did it, and then you then make sure that when you are sewing, that part is not tucked under anymore, but it is out like that. Okay, so sew and sew, and as you are sewing, pull at it so that you don't get that lumping of the tulle as you continue to sew. So just pull it out. Then if you're on this side, and maybe take those two out, pull it out and sew, and continue like that. And then obviously you'll leave a little opening where you will throw in your sequins like that. Okay, so that one's got lots more, and then you sew it up. But the trick is what I mentioned now. When you take it to your sewing machine, it's going to be like that. Okay, but when you actually doing the sewing, you remove it and you do that and continuously pull it, and then leave a gap, put in your sequins, and then you will sew up that gap. Okay, so those are the tips that I have for you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this video, and I'm going to go and sew this, but before no, I'll come back and do that. And I'm going to sew this, and I'm going to sew this, and I'm going to come and show you how I cut out the excess tulle on this. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit, a few minutes. Okay, so I am back. Yeah, I just want to see whether I am filming there. I am, and I left all the threads, so I can show you what I did. Sorry, I just had to have some water. Right, so if you look on this one here, there's some threads hanging, because what I did, I took it from this end all the way to that end, and excuse my stitching, I am not a seamstress. And then I pulled out some thread, and then I came back over here, and then I pulled out some thread, and I went back over there, simply because I didn't want that line, when you move from there, and then you can put your needle, what's it called, a threadle, I think it's called that, down, and then shift position of your paper while your needle is still down, and then you can sew this way and then come down that way. I didn't want that look. Okay, I didn't want the sewing on that side, so that was one way of doing it. And I don't like threads. I admire it on everyone else's. I don't know, for some reason I don't like it on my own. So if you want the threads hanging, go for it. Right, what did I do here now? So I started here, as you can see, and I went around and I pulled. Remember, pull, release your paper clips, and then I went all around here, back up here, back here, and then here I stopped over here, and then I left that part in order to put the what's the swirly, the beads in, the sequins in, and then I continued again. Right, so that's that. Now what we're going to do Yes. Sorry, the reason why I got distracted is that looks so pretty with that tulle on it that I was so busy looking at that I stopped talking. Right, and then I turn it around and now remove all the excess tulle. Voila. Yeah, my sewing machine is not the greatest. I don't want to use my new one because I do some sewing. Not clothing wise, but I sew like fitted sheets and duvets and stuff, and masks for COVID for my family and stuff like that. So I don't want to use that machine. So that's how that looks. And now let's add the let's put the buffet of scissors away here, and let's do this. To think where I left this. Put that in there, and then there. Excuse me. And then add this to it. So if you thought these videos were interesting and enjoyable, and if you'd like to see more of this kind of junk journal tutorials, then please consider liking and commenting on the video. And if you are not a subscriber as yet, please consider subscribing. And I want to thank all those that have subscribed and commented, or subscribed and liked, and or even just commented on the videos that have been coming up. I really appreciate it. Those that comment would know that I try to read every comment and answer, even if it's just for the thank you very much, meaning that I have read it and I have I have read your comment and I have appreciated it, and I thank you for actually commenting on the video. Okay, because I am new at this, and as you will know, every comment, every thumbs up, every interaction that you have with my videos does promote my channel, and it helps me to get noticed, and it also helps those people to see it in your suggestions. So YouTube uses the algorithm to push my videos up if you are interacting with them. Oh, so that's what we have there. Now let's that's what I wanted to do. Isn't that so cute? Love it. It's a little girly, but we are girls. And guys, I mean, really, if you make it, awesome too. Imagine that as grunge, and you use blacks and browns and whites in it. Won't that look awesome as well? So my bee kit, so I've got a new digital kit out in my Etsy store, and it's called Bustling Bees, and it is very pretty. Well, I think it is. And I am going, it's going to, as I mentioned, going to afford me the opportunity to do a bit of grunge work in it. So I can't wait for that, because as you can see, I don't do grunge, and I love grunge. Yes, so I love grunge, and I admire it, but I'm not sure whether I really can do it, the technique. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try and see what I can do in terms of grunge. Now, what am I doing is I'm trying to find a place where I can put this here to show it to you, because I think I have it on this side here. There's it here. So I'm going to put it maybe here. Yeah, I like it there. I didn't cover the back. You don't need to. It's going to be a tuck spot. Yeah, so I can't wait to start that kit. I mean that journal, because it's going to be a bit different. But I need to finish one before I go on to the next. Right? No. Ah, there's my cap. So there we go. So that's one. What you're seeing here is, so it gives me an idea what I want to do on the page. That's that. And then, but I think together with that, I might want to put this in. I don't know. Maybe there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. And then I'm trying to recollect what we've done today. What have I shown you? So I've shown you this here. And where is the other one hiding? Maybe if I need it in my table, I will find it. So these were the tags with the, or the dangles, whatever you want to use them for, with the stamped out material. And then all we did is we put an eyelet on it, a little bit of tulle, and a ball or bulb pin with some seed beads on it. So that was our first one. Then our second one was on this one here, okay, which we then copied onto or replicated onto this side over here. And now they are dry, so you can remove the pins. Oh, what pins? I mean, what is this called? Paper clips. You can remove the paper clips, and you can decorate it further if you would like, or if you don't want to add any more bulk to your junk journal, which may be a good idea in my case, then you don't have to. And then you've got a page that has that on it. And then we did this. We did that tag there. And the fourth one was, let's just get ourselves in order here. This was the fourth one here, which was the tuck spot with fabric. So here's your 4 projects for today. Those 2, and that one, and that, in our fabric ruffle on that one there. So I do hope that you enjoyed the fabric part of our mini series. And if you are making any of these creations, please, if you do not mind sharing those creations with us, and our Facebook group. It's called Sunny Creates Junk Journals. If you're not a member as yet, please consider joining. I shall leave the link down below the video. It's a group of us that share our ideas, and we share our creations. We put photos of our creations, and I do put out freebies. You know, I try to do it weekly, but not always. But I do put out freebies for you as well on that group. And yes, so consider joining that group. Consider posting your videos, even if it's not of this videos or even creations. Even if it's not what we have covered here today, you can just go ahead and post videos or post photos or pictures of what you are working on and inspire the rest of us. Right, so that is our Facebook group, Sunny Creates Junk Journals. And then don't forget about our giveaway, which we are going to be drawing next week for the 100 subscribers. I think it's 150 odd now. And have a look at my Etsy store. So should you happen to be one of the subscribers that win, then you have an idea of what is available in that Etsy store. I will also leave the link down for that below. And then also check out my Instagram, because sometimes what I don't manage to do a video on, and if I have done any creations, then I kind of post it over there as well. So this week I haven't done anything, so I haven't done any posting. So I do hope that you enjoyed. Take care. Have a blessed day from Sunny at Sunny Creates. Bye bye. Happy crafting.